What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Bubbles. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title, I'm here with a review on my Elvie pump. I am currently breastfeeding Adonis. I'm on it'll be 1 month on the 2nd. So July 2nd, it'll be 1 month since he's been born. And time does fly. Hold on, put my phone on silent. Yeah, so it'll be 1 month since I've had him. Super crazy how time just went by that fast. But I have been breastfeeding, and with Khaleesi I use the Spectra pump, and then this beautiful pump came out. I don't know if it was out when I had Khaleesi, but I barely got put on game about the Elvie because I have a lot of active duty military friends that are breastfeeding as well, and I kind of wanted to just give my personal opinion and give my pros and cons of this. Now, I have not used my Spectra at all since I've had Adonis, which is really shocking to me because I thought I would. I had bought like new phalanges. I had bought new phalanges and everything, new tubes, so everything was fresh, but I just haven't gotten to it just because I've been using this. So I'm gonna start off with my pros and then I'll start off with my cons. So no, I'll go with my cons first because nobody wants to hear like negative shit. So negatives: the battery life on the Elvie is terrible. I usually like feed Adonis on both sides 15 minutes, and then after that I want to pump for an extra 15 minutes after that, so that it keeps my milk increased and all that good stuff. And once I pump on one side for 15 minutes and then I get to the other side, if it's on a full battery, by the time I'm done, the battery's already halfway dead. And I'm like, I only pumped for 30-45 minutes, which in reality it is a long time, but for something like this I would expect it to at least last hours, and that's definitely not the case. I think this probably has a battery life of like 1 hour and 10 minutes max, if that. But that's definitely one of the cons for this. The battery sucks. Another thing is you can't use it while it's charging. So if it's dead and you need a pump, you gotta wait until it's done charging. So that's like super inconvenient. Luckily, every single time I'm done using it, I just plug it right in. Even if it's not dead or close to being dead, I just plug it in so I don't have to like fall into the category or run into any like, oh my god, okay, I pumped one and now the battery's dead, you know. So just to be safe, always charge it after you finish using it. Another con, the app. So you're able to connect this to the app on your phone. There's an Elvie app, which is really cool. That's one of the pros, but the cons of the app are just like terrible. The only thing that I like is that you can adjust the pressure and the speed of the pump. That works how it should. But as far as like measuring like how many ounces of milk you have inside, measuring, it'll show that it's a certain amount, and then you look at the milk and it's nowhere near that. Like, so it'll say it's like 4 ounces full, and I'll take it off and it's only on 1 ounce, and I'm like, what? So I don't know if it's just because like how it's angled on my breast, or if because it's slanted or what, but or I don't know really how it tells how much milk is in there. I really don't. Maybe it's based off the weight. But yeah, that's really a con because I don't really know how much milk I'm pumping when I have it. So the suction on the Elvie app, it is not as strong as the Spectra. So I feel like with the Spectra I get more milk out. I get a lot of milk out with this too, don't get me wrong. I don't want y'all to be like, oh my god, you don't get milk out. I do get milk out, but with the Spectra I feel like my nipple goes further in and it like really sucks out until there's absolutely nothing left. So that would be another con. That'd be another con for this, because I feel like I can get more milk out of my breast more than with the Elvie sticking out. Now, I think that's all I have as far as cons. The pros, which is why I'm still using it, I feel like it outweighs the cons simply because of multiple reasons. So the first one is the fact that this is wireless. I don't have to be sitting down. I can be up. I literally will have one of these have Adonis on my breast, and I'm over here like doing something else with this hand. So it'll clip into my nursing bra, which is super nice. I don't have to worry about, like I said, just having to hold it. Like that's probably my most biggest thing. If I end up breastfeeding past 3 months, it'd be because of this. Because I am, not that I'm lazy, but it's just nobody wants to sit down for 45 minutes after I feed him trying to do this. Like I have a toddler, I got work to do, I have a husband, I got a house I gotta keep maintain. So it's kind of like I don't have all this extra time to just sit there all day and just be on my breast. That dog outside is loud. Hopefully it doesn't bark the whole video. Okay, so besides it being wireless, I do also like the app that I can control the speed and the pump and the suction, all that. I like that a lot. I can turn it on and off from the app as well. I like that. Honestly, my biggest thing for this Elvie pump is going to be the convenience. I do not have to worry about honestly anything. In the middle of the night, I just turn it on, put it in, take it off, set it down. Like, it's so easy and it's so quick. I can put it in my diaper bag. I literally just carry this. I don't have to have a well, and of course the USB port, and that opens and goes in here. Oh, that opens and goes in here. This does come with different cups. I think that's what these are called. So make sure that if you do get this pump, you get the right one. Whatever one this came with was a perfect size for my nipple, which I was very happy with. So I didn't have to order an extra size. But if you don't have the right size for this, the milk section and all that, it's not going to be how it should. So I would definitely recommend doing your research and at least getting your nipple measured. If you don't know how to measure your nipple, you can always, like, I don't know if you can ask somebody, you can look on YouTube, you can ask your doctor. They should be able to help you like measure what nipple size would be great for you for this. Another pro about this pump is that the sound is like silent. I can barely hear this pump when I'm using it. It doesn't wake up the baby when I'm feeding him at nighttime because I have to dream feed. If you try to wake your baby up, I messed up with this the first 2 weeks that Adonis was born, and I was completely waking him up to eat. I was like wiping him with I was wiping him with a freezing cold wet wipe, and it was like waking him up, and then I was like moving him around and do this and this. Like, dream feeding is gonna be your best friend. The least you do, the minimal noise you make, the minimal light you have in your room, the better, because if not, your baby's gonna wake up. So this, you can barely, it's like a whisper. It'll be like, you can barely hear it. Like, you have to like really be like right here to be able to hear it. And that's very convenient because my Spectra pump is loud. I mean, it's not like a vacuum, but it's like you can hear something's getting pumped. So the silence on this is key. And honestly, I think those two things are the reason why I keep using it, because I really don't care about not being able to use the app and the app measuring wrong. I just take it out and look and I'll know. Or I can feel when my breast is empty, and when it's empty, I just take it off. I don't really care how many ounces is in here. But the fact that this is wireless, I gotta use my hands, and it's quiet when we give the baby, it's perfect. And I would recommend this pump if you are a very active mother. Now, if you have like one baby and you're like a stay-at-home mom, and I'm not saying that's like an easier job where you guys are working less harder than the rest of us, but for somebody that has 3 kids, I'm active duty military, I have a 4-bedroom house that I gotta maintain, like there's a lot of things I gotta do and a lot of stuff on my plate. So I just don't have time to sit there with pumps and cords and doing that all day. So if you are active duty in the military, I would use this, or just active at all in your life. It is expensive. And do I recommend getting 2? I don't. Personally, I don't, only because I only use one and I only need one. I'm never having both of my breasts empty at once. I always have Adonis on one. So if I have him on one, I have the pump on the other. If I switch, it's just switching. Like, if I had 2, I feel like it would just be a waste and I wouldn't really use it. I don't ever pump more than what I need, in the sense of he feeds every 2 hours, so that's when he'll feed, and then I'll pump the side. After he's done feeding, I'll pump it, and then feed, and then I'll pump it, and then that's it. So in between his feedings, I don't just randomly pump, just because I don't need all that milk yet. My freezer's already stashed with milk. But yeah, so I recommend, scale from 1 to 10, probably give this like for convenience and all that, I give this a 10. Besides the app sucking and the suction not being the greatest, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd give it like a 10. I love this, and I haven't used my Spectra. I probably will do like a comparison video if you guys want, but I felt like I just want to do a review on this because the Spectra, like, compared to this, it's like not, I don't want to say it's bad, but it's not, this works better for me. So I hope this video helped. If you guys are about to be giving birth, or if you guys are new to breastfeeding and you guys are trying to decide on a pump, I recommend this. If you're active, if you're sitting down and you have plenty of time to do like pumping sessions, then I would recommend the Spectra. Ultimately up to you. I've had both. If you guys want me to do a review on the Spectra pump, just let me know down in the comments. But until then, thank you guys all once again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time with the next video. Bye.